Afternoon, folks. This is Tim from Box Stock Garage. Welcome back to another episode of Model Cars and Beverage. A bit of caffeine going on this afternoon. Stayed up until 3 this morning watching the Australian Grand Prix. And if you watched it, if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to give anything away other than it was a wild ride. It definitely kept me awake. So yeah, I got to bed a bit, late or early, I guess, depending on how you look at things. So I wanted to take a look at a little something that I've got on the bench here. And I guess that's about it. So I'm just going to get the camera turned around and we're going to take a look at what we've got for you today. So just a sec. And we are back. So presenting to you today the Benetton Ford. This is a B192. Obviously, it's an F1 car. This is just kind of a coincidence that, Kyle and I announced the Formula One group build, and, this weekend is the opening round of the 2025 Formula One season. I'm just working through my builds kind of in chronological order. And this was the next one up out of the rank, so to speak. So again, another fantastic Tamiya kit. This is the 120th, Tamiya Benetton Ford B192. So this raced in the 1992 season. The kit itself, like pretty much every Tamiya kit, it went together really well, and a lot of fun to build. Even though this is a little bit later than my preferred wheelhouse. Again, early 90s, very early 90s, 1992. 1994 boxing, and unfortunately, I did not have any aftermarket decals for this kit. So there are some definite issues. You can see a little bit of yellow coming through right here on the side pod. Depending on how the light hits it, there's a tear there. This portion here that is yellow, and the one on the other side, those actually should be green. But the decal for those, we have a problem. Okay. Well, we'll take care of that afterwards. So, tires come off. Dun, dun, dun. Just got to screw that in because it's just a little bolt. So we're actually just going to leave that off. So anyway, so yeah, these two one of them just came completely apart, so I couldn't really put one on and not the other. I was going to paint them. The Tamiya green, I want to say it's I think it's the X28. I'm looking over there. I think that's the one that is pretty similar. Yeah, Park Green. So this would have probably done okay, but I didn't want to push it too hard. So I just left it as is. This car actually was pretty darn successful. So this was raced by Michael Schumacher, and we kind of all know who he is, and Martin Brundle. And if you follow F1 at all, Martin Brundle is does the commentary on a majority of the races, along with Crofty. In fact, Martin Brundle again was in Australia for the race this weekend, and they were pretty successful. This didn't come into play for the 92 season until round 4. So it wasn't ready at the beginning of the season. So the first 3 rounds, the team ran the B191B. And Brundle in those first 3 rounds with the previous car, had 3 straight retirements. And then when this car came in, he also had a retirement. So basically, he had 4 straight retirements. First race with this one, the reason he had to retire was a clutch issue. In those first 3 rounds with the previous car, Schumacher finished 4th, 3rd, and 3rd. So, Schumacher obviously did a bit better. But then when this car came along, so there was 9 more rounds. No, there's more than that. There was 13 more rounds that this car raced in 92. And Schumacher had 4 retirements. And so he obviously had 9 finishes. He did win a race. He had 3 seconds and 2 thirds. So he was on the podium a fair amount. So he also had a 7th place finish. Schumacher did. This car, this is the Martin Brundle livery, number 20. Brundle only had 2 retirements with this car. And obviously, like I said, the first one was the first week, the first round that it was used, which was round 4. He didn't win any races, but the lowest he finished with this, so again, 2 retirements. The lowest he finished in his 11 races that he finished was a 5th. So he had a 2nd place, 4 thirds, 4 fourths, and a couple of 5ths. So, again, this car didn't do too bad. I think I had it written down. Well, I had it on the screen. I didn't write it down. I think Schumacher finished 3rd in the Drivers' Championship with this car. So, well, in the 191B. So those first 3 rounds, the 3 straight retirements, really, with the old car, really hurt Martin Brundle, obviously. But car itself, the kit, the car is a very cool livery. The decals, not too bad. Once I got them on, they were, like I say, they were a bit rough. You can start to see some of when the light hits it, some issues there. But I really enjoyed building the kit. I really did. I'm going to try. So here we go. So there's our engine cowling. And again, the green decals, they were okay, but there was definitely some issues. The yellow is painted. It's a Tamiya rattle can, which I don't have the number written down here, but again, pretty cool livery. And in typical Tamiya fashion, even for a 1/20th kit, a lot of detail back here. I don't think, yeah, that's that piece of the airbox is glued on. I thought it was, but so you got the Ford engine down there. The exhausts snaked back through the rear suspension. Detailed up the shocks a bit. Got a bit of gold on there, a bit of blue. Just try to, give them a bit of color. I think that might even be the color call out from the kit. A couple air ducting setup is a bit different on each side. But as I said, I really, really did enjoy this kit. Got some strakes down there at the bottom. Kind of tough to see with the blacks. Let's do. There we go. Now you can see them. Hopefully you're not hearing the rain out there, because it just started to use the Australian term. Just started to piss down. Got our front brakes, and of course our front suspension. The cockpit details up nicely as well. The belts on this one were molded in, so I did paint them red, and then I painted the buckles as well. It actually came out pretty well, and then you had the small decals for those. So there we are. So yeah, that's about it. Again, it was a kit that I really did enjoy. These decals on the inside of the front tire, on the front wheel, well, all four wheels. Those were a bit tough, but I got them down okay. And these are the dry transfers that come with the Tamiya kits. And those actually went on pretty well also. In fact, I've got a video that I did for when I put these guys on. So anyway, that's about it. So again, it's the Benetton Ford B192 from the 1992 Formula One season. Pretty successful car. And yeah, Martin Brundle. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got some interesting stories back in the day. And that's about it. So we're going to get this front wheel assembly put back on and get this baby put back together, get it put back on the shelf. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend, and we will catch you a bit later. So this is Tim from Box Stock Garage. We'll see you on the next one.